Let's put them on prednisone. Side effects are rare. Mwahaha, they say 11 billion times, right? Well, there are probably 11 billion memes about prednisone. So let's check out a few. I'm Dr. Megan, your prednisone pharmacist. And here are some of the most funny memes that I found that mention the word prednisone in them. So, side effects are rare. I think not. I did a survey among 29,000 pharmacists, and I said, which drug do you think causes the most side effects? They could just fill in the blank, whatever they wanted. Guess what one? Prednisone, and other steroids, of course, like methylprednisolone, dexamethasone, and so on. Prednisone causes more side effects than any other drug. Yeah, that's what the pharmacists say. So yeah, side effects are rare. Nope. At least 75% of people have weight gain alone from prednisone. It's not rare. It's very common. Basically, what is rare is not having side effects. Well, let's find the next one. Okay, here's Oprah saying, you get prednisone, everybody gets prednisone. Is that true? Actually, yeah. Over the last decade, the number of people on prednisone has skyrocketed. It's unreal. You would think a drug this poisonous, this toxic, that so many people get side effects to would be going down, right? Like the scientists would be inventing better drugs that would be replacing prednisone. We'd have alternatives to prednisone that would make life better, and we wouldn't need it. And yet at the same time, we're seeing more prescriptions than ever. It's crazy. There are so many prescriptions of prednisone that it used to be like 1 in 100 people would be taking prednisone long term. Now it's almost 3 in 100 people at any given time are taking prednisone. Yeah, it's an epidemic of side effect proportions. Okay, thanks, Oprah, for giving everybody some prednisone. And this guy, I think this is from The Office, but I never really watched it. It says, the prednisone side effects are going to kill me. If I could get a speedy before then, that would be great. I don't know what that means. But yeah, prednisone side effects will kill you. I wish I knew what a speedy was, but I probably don't want to know what a speedy is. So the prednisone side effects are going to kill me. Yeah, it's definitely possible. Your increased risk of mortality are stunning. Like, people are 4 times more likely to have heart disease. I think it was 2.7 times more likely to have diabetes. And I can't remember the exact statistic on your risk of death, but just taking prednisone alone increases your risk of death. Yep. Okay, so who needs sleep? Because according to prednisone, I don't. What? Like, why would prednisone, a drug designed to save your life, cause us so much insomnia? In fact, insomnia is the #1 tweeted side effect of prednisone. Well, actually, it's because prednisone is mimicking our fight or flight hormone that's there to save us if a tiger is chasing us. And if we're trying to run away from this tiger, we do not want to just like fall out of the tree or wherever we ran to. We want to survive that chase. So prednisone is Mother Nature's way, well, cortisol technically, of keeping us alive in emergencies. We just are hijacking that and giving ourselves super huge doses of what Mother Nature intended to be about this big, and we're giving like this big. So that's why. Me loses weight after heart transplant and my face gets leaner. Prednisone. Am I a joke to you? Yes, it is disheartening that you're going through some like horrible thing and you're like losing weight, and yet somehow you're getting a moon face, and yeah, it's really twisted. You might be losing like your arms and your leg weight, like your muscle mass, but you're gaining weight in all the places that don't even make sense. I had a friend who did have a heart transplant, And she was like, people thought I had gained weight, but I'd actually lost like 40 pounds, but all of my weight had gone to my face. Yeah. And then apparently this meme is basically saying like, how did your face get leaner if prednisone is one of your meds? And that happens. There are people who don't get moon face, who don't gain weight. 30% of people don't complain of that. So maybe you're one of the lucky few. Who knows? And one does not simply stop taking prednisone. I could not agree with this more, because you cannot just stop taking this life-saving fight or flight thing that Mother Nature intended us to have for an emergency, because you're going to kill yourself. Like, it's possible to die of prednisone withdrawal, which becomes adrenal insufficiency, going into adrenal crisis. Not something we want. So one does not simply stop taking prednisone. You must taper it down slowly. If you want a free taper chart, just click the link below and I'll get you a free taper chart to know how to do it without just stopping taking it. And if you do taper off, you might feel like this turtle. That means you're tapering too quickly. If you feel like you've been run over by a bus, you have extreme fatigue, low blood pressure, your blood sugar's super low, like you're gonna faint. We're talking adrenal insufficiency here. That means you're going too fast and you need to slow it down. So talk to your doctor, figure out a better tapering strategy, because that's not working for you. You're not gonna feel good. This is me wide awake on prednisone. Yes, especially people feel the insomnia and the wide awake feeling when they're on high doses or when they first start taking prednisone. It can continue longer than that. It did for me, but I was going on like roller coaster doses of prednisone. So it was like high, low, high, low. Yeah, not fun. So, yep, you can definitely feel like you're never going to sleep again, but you will, just not while on such high doses. And who needs coffee? I've got prednisone. Thank you, Gollum. Prednisone is your precious, right? Yeah, that wide open eyes and just frantic pressure to get things done that you might have a little bit of with coffee is like potentially magnified. You can even actually have mania, but maybe just hypomania, like miniature mania. But some people get mania, like don't need to sleep, have expansive personalities, la la la. And you can even be hospitalized for what prednisone does to your brain. Yeah. So who needs coffee? I've got prednisone. I want to sleep, but my brain won't stop talking to itself. Anxiety and insomnia. Thank you, prednisone. Now, at my house, we really love minions, and I feel sorry for this little dude. Anxiety and insomnia are real. You're not suddenly going crazy with the anxiety. It's legit. It's coming from the prednisone. It's coming from that fight or flight hormone. It's trying to save your life, but it's not working very well because you're using such high doses. Even one dose is enough to cause anxiety. It's horrible. Finally, my doctor just upped my prednisone. Look out, I'm feeling crabby. If you are feeling crabby because of prednisone, then you're legit in feeling that way, but you're not legit in not telling people. You should tell your friends and family, anybody close to you who's going to have to deal with your crabbiness, because it affects them. And I heard literally just today, I'm afraid for my marriage because my husband's on prednisone and it has changed his personality. This is a real thing. Like, we need to talk about the fact that we're taking a mind, mood, personality altering drug. It's to save our lives. Like for me, it made it so I didn't bleed to death, but it affects other people's lives too. So you need to have a conversation about it. And I've got an article right here of what I wish my family knew about prednisone. So just show that to your family, and then there could be like, oh, I get it. And they can just give you extra space and we can all love each other more. So just watch that video and you'll have a happier family while on prednisone. Signing off as Dr. Megan, your prednisone pharmacist.